Blackstone Laboratories. Have you ever heard of them? They're actually a small fluid analysis lab out of Fort Wayne, Indiana. Why are they important to me, and why am I telling you about them? I generally have older vehicles, and I generally buy used vehicles. I want to know whether I made a sound decision in purchasing the vehicles that I do. And a good way to do that is to look at the fluids that come out that you change pretty often in your vehicle, whether it's oil, transmission fluid, gear oil, that kind of thing. So how Blackstone Laboratories does this is they send you a free sample kit. Depending on what fluid you're looking at having them analyze, it's going to range. But for oil, for me, it was 35 bucks. That's not a bad investment to check out whether or not your decision, my decision, to buy something that was used was a good one. What they normally send you in a packet is the actual sample container to put your sample in. And they've got a little information about their company, how you intend to pay, so there's a little form for that, as well as an envelope to send back to them. When you look at their fluid container, sample container, it's actually really cool. So this is the container, just a regular plastic vial with a screw on top, and then they have this filter type of absorbing material that you wrap around that container. And then of course they give you a little baggie to put all this into. So you put your sample in this tube, you wrap it in this absorbing material, then you put it inside this baggie, and then you stuff the whole thing back into this container. And then you stick that into one of the envelopes provided and then send it on its way. I've used these guys before and they're just wonderful. The problem is this: they've gotten so popular over the years that they cannot keep up with demand like they used to. So expect about a 4-week turnaround time from the time they actually receive your sample. They're expanding, and they're doing everything that they can to keep up with demand. I guess guys like me really talk them up. By the way, they give you a cool sticker you can stick on your vehicle too. So I just wanted to give them a shout out and tell you about them. Not endorsed. I'm not getting anything for free. I'm paying just like everybody else will pay. But I'm going to put their website in the description box, and honestly, check them out, especially if you have a used vehicle that you're looking at purchasing. But even if you have a vehicle since new, come and see how the maintenance on your vehicle since you've had new is doing. This is the report that came to me almost about 4 weeks after I sent the sample in, and it is for the Lexus RX 350 2011, and you can see the way they laid it out at the top with the unit information, you know, what engine, gas, all this kind of stuff, and it's information that I provided, as well as the client information. And what is really nice is if you look at the comment section, they give you basically a summary of everything in the report. So that made me feel good. I feel like I made a very good decision when I bought this old SUV. If you go down and look at the various components or elements, it measures it out in parts per million for the various elements. And across those other columns that are blank, that is for future additional samples of those fluids, whether it's oil or transmission fluid or whatever. And then in the far right, you're going to see where it averages out those values. So you can really tell how your vehicle or piece of equipment is doing. I think it's fascinating. And they just email it to you whenever the analysis is done. So very, very quick delivery, and they don't charge you until the analysis is done. So very nice. So I wanted to make sure that you knew the value of that company, Blackstone Laboratories. I really feel like they're just a great company for DIYers or anybody really to see what the state of your equipment is in. That's it. So until next time, see ya.